Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we will now hear from His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Belhaif Al Nuaimi, the Chairman of the Consultative Council of Sharjah and Chancellor of the Emirates Scholar Centre. Your Excellency, the stage is now yours.
Good morning to you. Very good morning. Good to see you. Very good morning. Sheikh and Hayyan, thank you very much for making this possible. Al-Allama Sheikh Abdullah Belhaif, thank you very much for setting up the ground of this conference to be more tolerable. I would actually take maximum of 5 minutes to probably build on the comprehensive insight that we have seen from His Excellency Sheikh Hayyan bin Mubarak and His Excellency Abdullah bin Belhaif. They have said it all. In uncertain environment, conferences of this nature are a must. We really need to put all the efforts together to make conferences and dialogues between nations, people, as possible. Today is another conference that speaks to the future with all the challenges that we are supposed to be facing in the future. So the tolerance and coexistence is a must if we really want to build on what Sheikh and Hayyan have mentioned, the future youth of the world. So they have to be equipped of the present cases to be ready for the future. In this short time, I am more into sustainability and climate change. And I thought maybe one of the things that we always have to carry with us to the future when we speak to people globally, and particularly when we speak to youth, we really need to talk about the impact of the climate change. It is not easy. The future is very difficult. With all what we see today is really a lesson for us to come up with probably solutions. I came up with 3 climatic impacts that could probably be thought as challenges for the future. One of them is the scarcity of resources and minerals. In 2050, we anticipate huge shortage on resources, food, water, and others. And also, we anticipate, or scientists really anticipate, that minerals would also be lacking because we have been using minerals for the last 2 decades. And if we add the next 20 years, we'd probably running out of many minerals that we use in generating energies, particularly in the renewable energy. So that is one thing that could actually make people discomfortable, and it might create disagreements. We've seen cases in Africa where minerals are being utilized elsewhere. Also, in the second hand, when we look into climate change, we anticipate that 15% of the Earth would actually be impacted by climate change and desertification. So we anticipate migration and human displacement. That is also something that we really have to have in mind, because people would run away from severe weather conditions, and they have to be tolerated elsewhere. They have to be accepted elsewhere. So conference of this nature is definitely setting up a plan and opening our minds, our thought for things that might happen in the future. And our youth, as Sheikh Nahyan have said, need to know that. Also, public health. With all the severe conditions that might be created by the change in climate, the health is not saved. So that case we have seen, when all countries close their doors in a small condition, like what we've seen 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was not easy with COVID-19. When things are becoming even more difficult, problems would probably be bigger and higher in responses. So these are 3 issues in a quick, I thought maybe I share with you, because this is the issue that we actually combine all the time when we speak about future. When we speak about sustainable future, we cannot really ignore the impact of climate change and sustainability. So I believe with conferences of this nature, we are actually setting up appropriate methods for people to know, particularly for youth, to know that the future is not as easy as it is today. So we would have to think on our coherence, in our coexistence, in our tolerance. We have to tolerate today and build on that tolerance for the future. So a conference of this nature came just on the right time, and we have to thank you, Sheikh Nahyan, for doing all what it takes to make such conferences such a success. Thank you very much.